Alright, so I'm Fern, better known as Hydrozoa.
I'm Tsunami, better known as Tsunami.
And I'm Johnny, also known as the Ghost of Johnny 5.
I like the hat, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're here to talk about MagicCon Vegas, the pros, the cons, the controversy. The Pro Tours and the controversy probably would have been... The pros, the cons, the Pro Tour, the controversy. There we go. I'll clip that one in. That's definitely the good one. Keyword soup with Hydrozoa, Tsunami, and Johnny.
The good and the bad.
Yes. It was a great trip. Honestly, I had an amazing time. I was so overwhelmed on Thursday. You should have seen me. I did all the chores, packed up, and I'm like, what do I do until I have to go to the airport? So then I'm pacing back and forth, like, thinking about, like, things I want to try to do. I'm, like, thinking of the cards over and over and over, wrote them down. I'm like, one more thing I could do. I ended up at the last minute coming up here and grabbing my CDH deck. I'm like, I'm going to bring it. I know it's a risk to bring in my expensive-ass chunk of cards across the, through TSA and around Las Vegas, through the whole trip. But it ended up, being fine. I didn't end up getting robbed and losing my cards or my money. I ended up upgrading the deck a bunch because on day one, I found all the cards I wanted. On day two, I found more cards I didn't even know I wanted per se. And then played some games. It was great. My contribution to today's episode is talking about my perspective as a premium weekend holder, because this year I was too afraid to apply for a creator badge because our channel, it's my channel, but our podcast is hosted there for now until it grows enough to get its own channel. Mm-hmm. My channel is so small and obscure that I was like, I'm not going to bother. But I think next year, if we keep at it, we should get creators badges. I think we'll be there.
We'll be there next year.
Johnny, how are you? What is your frame of reference? Your perspective?
My perspective is, I went to MagicCon this year as a vendor.
Yes.
I was selling cards throughout the whole entire weekend. So on Thursday, I had to leave early with our buddy. We got there, I think left at like 8 in the morning, and then got to Vegas around like 3.
Road trip
Tripped there, which was fun, not too bad. The time we got there on Thursday, we didn't have to help set up. Luckily, it was already set up. It was the next day on Friday.
So the tables and the towers, the shelves rather. I don't know
shelves.
Those were all set up.
Everything else was already set up.
Did you guys have to put out the product?
Yeah, we had to put out the product. But
who was the one that got to open the box with the Black Lotus in it and put the Black Lodi? There was 2 of them. Who got to do that?
Well, so I think those cards were, if I remember correctly, Rob's and Palmer's are their cards that they own. So they're probably already out of the box.
It's part of their PC personal collection.
Yeah.
So Rob shows up and is like, well, here's my Black Lotus I'm trying to sell this week. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
He has I think
got to see. I'll post the picture for sure. I saw some Black Lotus poster, one ring that was $60K.
Yeah,
an alpha starter deck that was $120,000.
Yeah. So speaking of Black Lotus, too, those? You ever seen those vaulted little things?
Yes, the vaulted boxes and packs.
Someone bought the $400 one and pulled the Black Lotus out of it at the con. Yeah,
that is awesome.
So, I didn't buy one because I assumed the top hit would be maybe $1,000 card, not a $14,000+ card.
Yeah.
Damn.
She
that's all right. I know what I'm doing next. All right, so next year I'm gonna set some money aside for the vaulted rarities boxes.
Some of them are pretty good.
Some are little packs and some are bigger boxes.
Some are little boxes, yeah. And those vary in the prices.
Did you buy any?
No.
Okay. Did you buy anything from your own booth?
Yes, I did actually. Yeah. I bought the Elish Norn. They're gonna make the Commander Elish Norn Mother of All Machines, the Junji Ito.
The Junji Ito one is really cool too. Her pose is pretty intimidating, pretty scary, and the art style is really cool.
The art style is amazing. Actually, I think most of the Elish Norns I'm getting, except for one in the deck, it's going to be that black-white art style.
Cool.
Just to fit it.
That makes sense.
I picked up a couple other cards that I needed for my CDH deck, some lands, some of the...
Did you spend more, less, or about what you thought you would?
I thought a little bit more, only because I was able to get that 20 from you, and then Tori said if you need something, go ahead and just because he knew I was being paid the next day, so I just kind of just paid him back. And then I was able to get a couple more things, so it was actually pretty nice. I got this shirt, this Liliana shirt, this hat, more cards. like you said, I didn't need.
His hat says "Women want me, goblins fear me."
Yeah,
It's like the fishing hat, you know.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so good.
I also picked up this really cool like zip. It's like a shirt, but it's a zip up. It's like the card Terror, the black card.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yes,
it's like that on the side.
Oh,
And it has an embroidered like magic card on it. I don't know. It's super sick.
That is pretty cool.
That's definitely one of the coolest things I've probably picked up from the con.
I'll have to see that.
Yeah.
Damn it! I forgot to change my shirt.
No, yeah. You didn't see anything. But oh, sorry, Sue. I'm over here kicking.
Whenever we cut for a break, I'm gonna come back in with a different shirt. See if anybody notices.
Yeah, but selling throughout the weekend was crazy. Like Friday was immediately like busy. You know, as soon as like I even have a video of like the first video of like the doors opening
People
and like
running
everyone coming in,
like a zombie horde.
Yeah, you can hear me even say like storm the gates.
You're sitting there like, hold, brothers, hold.
Yeah, luckily they were like some people were like mainly just running towards like the official booth right away because they want to get their official Magic Mirrors. They want to get
The Festival in the Box,
which
sold out.
Like,
did you hear about that?
Yeah,
that's coming up in our show notes.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be something that we talk about.
We're gonna have to talk about it. But Coop waited both days to get one of them because the first day he couldn't. Oh my god! And then we can also talk about them capping lines. So the reason why I had to get lucky to meet Xtina at the LobbyCon was because they capped the wristband line when I was 15 feet away. Yeah. I was walking up, and I'm like, oh, perfect, it hasn't full... Oh, no. Fuck! I said out loud. And then I was just like, well, that's... I just turned and immediately started to kind of catch up to the crowd to catch up to Coop. Because he was making a mad dash for the official show merch line, which was a massive line queue. And Coop waited very long both days. But we'll get to that later. I'll edit that in for sure.
Yeah, no... It was so crazy busy.
What was it like?
Friday was like busy, very busy. Saturday, it kind of died out a little bit. It was still busy. Mm-hmm. And then Sunday, it was like slow in the beginning, and then it was busy at the end because everyone's trying to get their last minute deals, last minute things. We got to restock on like those Volta things because like Saturday we ran out, but then Sunday we got more. So everyone was stoked about that. And we also had like I feel like we, honestly like. Not to like toot our own horn, but I feel like we were one of the bigger booths, not the biggest booth. We're one of the bigger booths, and had one of the most product and singles.
The biggest ones were Strike Zone, you guys, and then the not Cool Stuff. I kept thinking Card Kingdom. I was like, it's not them. Cool Stuff was very big.
I was looking for Card Kingdom the whole con, and I didn't realize that they were like 2 things over from us. But I heard they were just selling sealed product. I don't think
theirs was very small, compared to what you guys way smaller.
Yeah.
There were some booths there that were like your booth divided into quarters was like 4 booths. Yeah, that's how big you guys were. There was like. It was impressive how big a couple of the booths were, and like so if you had gotten to go there to walk around. You could probably compare it to like a massive WrestleMania crowd.
Well, spoilers. I was going to have you ask how my MagicCon was.
Yes. Sue didn't get to go this year, but Sue, you're going next year. You have got to make it.
I'll definitely be going there. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a Vegas veteran, so toot. So
he can show us around next year.
I can show you all the...
so I don't have to eat McDonald's and gas station food?
Oh, no. I'll show you, like, the good spots where you can get your good prime rib and your solid meals.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we just ate at the hotel since it was all comp, so, like, I think we had, like, China Mama like 2 nights in a row, which was like,
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
I told you to come over.
He was eating the worst quality food.
I told you to come over.
Dude, like Coop and I, we got on the map, and I'm like, "Do you want to lift somewhere?" And he goes, "Well, I'm not really in the mood to go anywhere." I'm like, "All right, I guess I'll just walk to McDonald's for the second time this trip." Dude, my stomach, there's a reason why I had to leave early. This is going to have to get cut. It did not get cut. It's 10 o'clock a.m. And I'm like, I don't feel so good. I think I got the mud butt coming on. So I'm walking up to the front to get to the hotel. I'm at the front of the con. I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I had to go and find a bathroom so I could drop a load of the con. And then after that, I'm like, okay, I feel a little better. Walked out to the smoke area, hit my vape, walked to the hotel, and dropped another one, dude. It was so bad.
The vape, that's what it was.
The vape's like, you are comfortable. You must be able to shit again.
Yeah, for free.
Dude, it was so bad. But anyway, So, Sue, was there anything you were wondering about that you wanted to ask Johnny in particular? And then...
No.
Yeah, okay.
No.
You think you covered it all?
No. From the vendor side, how was the experience for you? Like, because I'm sure going to an event, like at a con like this, it's like, as a patron, you're kind of you get to zip over, but you're kind of like stationed.
Yeah, I was
there all day.
Yeah, I was stationed there all day, so I didn't get to do as much as I would like to. Like, I didn't get to play nearly as much games. I didn't get to really go and check out what anyone else had for cards wise. But I was able to check out like art. I was able to check out a lot of. I'm drawing a blank right now. A lot of merch.
Okay.
And then once we figured out and got a good system going for breaks and like even like 15-minute little breaks, we were able to I was able to go out and like I think I did Friday was like my scout day. Like let me go see what's here.
Yeah, figure out where stuff is.
And then like Saturday I was like like go to those spots, see what I want from there, see what is there, and then and then like got some stuff from there in those days. And then Sunday was like kind of a little lax where I can go like I did the meet and greet with Cam and Dylan, and I did it was I had to go back 3 different times because the line at first was like the line was so long I was in the overflow line to meet them, and they're like, you're probably not gonna make it in, and I was like probably not. I went back 2 or 3 different times. Those guys actually made it in because the guys that were right in front of me got a picture with Cam and Dylan, so I know I would have waited a minute, but I would have been stuck there for an hour.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that when my break was pretty much already over at that time.
Yeah,
that's how it usually works. It's like right when you have a little bit of time left, and that's when everything's gonna pop off.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then you're like, all right, I can run over there. We ran back, and the guys were like, yeah, just go. So, but for the most part, yeah, we were kind of just stuck there. But it was cool because I was still walking around a bunch because I'm walking around the whole entire our little mat, like grabbing cards for people. So I was still pretty much very active. I was like stuck in one little.
But
location.
in the sense, you were the celebrity because everyone had to come to you guys.
Yes.
And like as you're saying, you guys had one of the bigger spots, so you guys are going to have. And Friday was the first day, so of course that day is going to be a lot busier because of just the initial.
Everyone sells on Friday. Saturday, everyone that can only make one day generally comes that day, so they're all buying that day.
Yeah.
And then Sunday is like the overflow.
It's Sundays is like, is it still there? Oh, I can still grab it. Whereas Friday is like, is it there?
Did
I gotta grab it
enough?
now.
Can I still afford it?
I have to do it now.
Yes.
Fridays, I have to buy it now. Sunday is, it's still here. I get to grab it.
Yes,
that's what.
That's true.
And that's what we were doing. There was actually some people Rob Redbeard. He came and he was looking for I think like a hollow or foil Children or
Children?
Not Children, but something from Lord of the Rings. It's the poster version, not the One Ring.
Saruman.
Saruman. Yeah,
the
poster version
of many colors.
I think so. Yeah.
The movie one.
Yeah, he wanted the foil of that. We have it. And he was trying to come trade us I think it was a stack of cards, and the very top card was like the digital foil, or the 8-bit Ninja Turtle. I think it was Leonardo.
Okay.
He was trying to trade us that. He's like, you don't have it anymore. Sorry, you lose. And like he was just like recording me, and like in his little video, it's just my hand though. He's like, oh look at there I am. But like he actually, Fern and I actually got to run into him and meet him because one of the people that were working at our booth knows him personally. I think she's also a content creator.
She seems super familiar. Do you remember the one with the purple hair?
Yes, her name is Sam.
Yeah, I feel like I know her, but I couldn't place it.
Oh yeah, she's really sweet.
I have another quick comment for you from my perspective about you.
Okay.
It was really nice that I always knew where to find you. You know, like Coop and I got separated many times. So when I started feeling overwhelmed, I was like, I'm just gonna go walk over and talk to Johnny.
Oh.
I'm sure you noticed.
Yeah,
because I'd walk over and be like, look, and I'd hold up a card to show you, and then all right, see ya. And then I'd walk off and go find another one, come back, look, I got another one.
Yeah, I noticed that. Sorry. It was honestly nice to have you come up and like get a deep break from someone who's not just like a regular
buying cards. Yeah, it was nice to talk to you, Tori, and JJ as my little breaks when I was like, where's Coop? I don't know. I'll go find someone I know.
Yeah.
We started putting ear tags on all of us when we go, and then where's Fernando? Oh, he's having issues again. we cut that part out, didn't we?
It did not get cut.
Wait, why is he in the bathroom? Again.
This is the 5th time.
He's out at the smoke area again.
What did you want to see more of that you wish you didn't get to?
That's a good question.
Well, I guess I was thinking about I wish I would have saw like the event live. But it's like
You were in such a good spot that you could see the big screen. You
could
couldn't see the stage.
You could see the stage. You could see the big screen.
Because I was standing at your booth every now and then watching the screen, waiting to buy or sell.
Yeah.
And I was just like watching and like looking and watching and looking. It was so convenient. He was on the literal like edge. Like imagine Finding Nemo in the beginning when they're out on the edge over the deep blue or whatever. He was like that. It's like his table and then play area and the main stage.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
It was nice.
I guess the one thing I wish I could have done more of is go play games with random people.
Yeah.
Get to intermingle
play,
with
like,
new people that you don't get to play with on the normal.
I got to play one game, and it was at LobbyCon. That was that game that we played 6 games. That was it. That was the only game of Magic or Commander I played the whole entire weekend.
Well, Thursday we got that game in, right?
Oh, that's true.
So you played 2 games, one of which would end in a draw, and the other one JJ won.
So honestly, that was probably that was the more funner one, better one. That's funner something. That was the more better one. But yeah, JJ came in swinging with the goddamn
Manticore Hydra.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Bumbleflower.
Yeah.
I remember someone, Will's like, yeah, Toxic for 9, and everyone's looking around. Okay, how the hell's Miss Bumbleflower still alive? She starts as a 1/5. What is she now? 6/10. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, those guys were
the
cool.
table was way too big. I'm like, what are you doing over there?
Yeah. Yeah, there was huge tables.
It was massive. The LobbyCon tables we were playing at basically were like octagons. It was like get in the ring because we were fucking scrapping.
Yeah, like it's like, hey, especially with all those people in there, you're like, hey, what do you got over there? Right? Like,
yeah. It was crazy. And then like, did you have anything else? Like, so I had a question like, what you liked, what you disliked. Like, was there anything you disliked?
Oh yeah, okay. The only thing I disliked about like working as a vendor, just the same thing that always gets me when I work at any type of retail job or anything. The repeated questions, having to answer the same questions over and over again.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Like, there was like, it's always, and like, it's nothing against those, the Volta Rarities are cool, whatever, but it was just like, what's in the Volta Rarities? Okay, well, that's
constantly, yes.
Or do you have this? And it's like, no, we don't have that. We don't have any Strixhaven anything because they didn't let us have it.
Yeah.
I don't think they let anyone, the vendors, have it.
The only vendors that had Strixhaven that I saw was the official show store, and then there was this little bookstore. The one that was selling the novel, and it sold out. I was looking at the case. I'm like, this stuff is so cool. So I got in line. I'm like, just the book. Fern, stay disciplined. Just the book. And then I'm like, oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. And then I'll go up to the front and see sold out. Never mind. I'm good.
Yeah. I'm not getting anything.
Deuces. I'm not getting anything yet.
I've been listening to the audiobook on Spotify.
Ooh, good idea. That's a good idea. I'm going to have to do that because I don't know if I want to wait for it to come in the mail.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So as someone who got to do a lot more of the con and watch more of the exhibits and such, what were some of your favorite things that you saw? Man,
there's so many things. First of all, I got to see game nights live, which this is another point. I saw and experienced so many things that I will only ever experience through YouTube. So now it's like Robert Redbeard is a real person. Comedian is a real person. Dylan and Cam are real people. Lua Stardust is a real person. Xtina is a real person. You know, it's like they're not just on my computer screen or my phone anymore. They exist in the same world as I do, and they're people just like me, but I still get crazy anxious to talk to them. Oh man, it was awesome. Like at one point, my absolute favorite thing was probably giving Xtina the card that I wanted to give her for her birthday. I got to do that. Mission accomplished. Next, basically it's like 1A, 1B. It's almost as high of a high. I'm standing at a booth looking at some cards, and I had just seen Krim walking with you moments before this, but I was too anxious to ask him for a picture. You got a picture with him, and I was just like, man, I wish I had Johnny's confidence or his level of whatever it is that lets him do that. And so then I'm standing there a minute later, man, I should have asked him for a picture. I should have said, hey, at least. I was just too afraid. I get anxious. So I'm looking at cards, and then all of a sudden someone walks up to me, and I'm like, oh, it's Krim. I was like, holy shit. And he looks and goes, hey. And I'm like, hey, I'm a huge fan. And I shook his hand, talked to him a little bit, and I was just like, dude, I listen to you every week. You and Saffron Olive and Richard when he's on. I listen to you guys every week. I've listened to you every week, even when I wasn't playing the game. I can't believe I got to meet Krim. He's someone that, enthusiastically loves the game. And it was
he really does.
It's so cool to see him in person.
He even came to our booth, like, I think, like, after I got that picture, and probably, like, right before, after you got a picture with him and talked to him, too, he came to our booth. I think he was looking for something.
Probably.
Like,
He was looking at cards next to me. He was
Yeah.
actually looking for cards.
Yeah, there was a couple of guys who came looking actual for cards. I think that's how I got, like, the invite or to know about the LobbyCon
Yes.
thing.
That's another, like, the third favorite thing I'm going to list is LobbyCon. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to play games, but there's, like, something about playing, it's like, in the same room or at the same table as someone that you, like, look up to, or someone that you, like, aspire to, that your content will be like theirs. You know, like, the whole reason why I wanted to do a podcast and why I asked you guys to do this is because of Dylan and Cam from Play to Win. Because I like the way they just talk and have fun.
Yeah.
And Brainstorm Brewery, the way they just shoot the shit and have fun. And then the reason why I started making YouTube videos in the first place is content creators like all these ones I've listed. You know, Robert Redbeard, Goblin Grounds, the T-Beard, Card Life Crisis, which I talked about. Like, all these dudes that I got to meet and see and are all taller than me. They're all cool. And it was awesome that I got to meet them. And they all seem like real, genuine, nice people. And I even saw more people that I didn't even really necessarily get to interact with, but I saw them there, and it was cool to see them. Like, I saw that Elder Dingus Highlander guy. I saw Dork for short. He's a real small content creator, but he's the one with the big curly hair fro. And he's got the big wrestling belt and the gloves.
Yeah, there's a lot more people that I like saw, but I didn't like run into or interact. Like we were talking about the other day, but the other guy with the big afro, who's sometimes on Command Zone. He has Tabletop Jocks.
Yes, Tabletop Jocks. I know Black Nito.
Yeah, Black Nito.
Yeah.
I like saw him like twice. Also, I think it was like I don't remember when, and it was on the first day, and it was just like a oh shit, and then like a wave, and he also did like a wave back. But it was Josh Lee Kwai. He was walking by our booth, and I was just like, oh shit, that's fucking Josh Lee Kwai right there. He was like, hi. He was like, hey, and that was it.
Yeah,
they couldn't run out and go meet him.
That's so cool.
I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was right there. Like, the first game I sat down to play at the convention, Coop and I are walking around together. It's just the two of us, and we're walking around. And I'm like, "Hey, look, here's a little bit of a gap here, and there's just two guys sitting at the end. Maybe they want another game because I saw they were like they had their cards out, they were talking. I was like, maybe they want a game. So we went and we sat ourselves down, and we're like casually, you know, that nonchalant, like, oh hey, yeah. And the guys looking like. Yeah. And they pointed, barely any words exchanged. I'm like, sure, yeah. So I pulled my deck. What bracket are you playing? And the guy goes, 2-ish, 3, it's not good. So I'm like, all right, bracket 2. And Coop pulls out his bracket 3, and I'm like, all right, so I'm punching up this game.
That sounds exactly like when you're out and you look at a lady and you're like, you, me, dance floor now. And then she throws a drink in her face, and then
and you have to escort yourself out. Yeah. No, it was funny. It was just real quick, no words exchanged. Really, we were just like, yeah, sure. And that game was so much fun because while we were playing our game Nights Live was happening. So like, I'm sitting there and I hear the music, and I'm like, I know that music, and I look over, and there's a big screen TV, and I see Jimmy Wong's face, and I'm like, oh, and I look down below the TV, and he's right there walking, and I'm like, there he is. They're right there. Yeah. We're so close right now.
Okay, going back to one of the things that is one thing I wish I could have seen because like yes, I could see from the big screen, but like at the same time I'm telling people, so I can't really like couldn't really like.
You get to see, but you don't get to pay attention.
Yes.
Exactly.
Or you get to see it and hear it, but you're not really invested.
Right.
Yeah.
I was there. We watched most of the game. I was there until
So it's MagicCon 2026. Everything went great, right? No controversies. Everything went perfect.
Well, there's some things I disliked, and then we can definitely move into the controversy. So things I disliked personally, and then move into the controversy. Main thing that I disliked, just so many people. Like, I understand 25,000 people are going to be in attendance, but, like, everywhere we went, lines were crazy everywhere, and, you know, you can hardly navigate through. Like, the aisles were really wide, so at least you could get through most of the aisles pretty fine, but then you'd run into the problem where it's like, okay, I want to see a card, and I'm only 5'6", 150 pounds, so it's hard to edge myself in when the average Magic player at this convention was around your guys' height, between the two of you, I'd say, you know?
Oh,
and
yeah,
like,
I was noticing it. Some people were like, And
Yeah.
they're just being blocked out by
Yes,
fucking...
exactly. That was part of the reason why. Another reason why I took advantage. I stopped at one booth before yours, and it was a little bit of an ordeal. But eventually, I squeezed in, found 3 cards. That was where I got my transmute artifact. I get over to your booth, and that's when I was just like, I need a few cards. And you're like, oh, I can just take your paper. And I was like, you can? So I handed it to you, and you came back with almost everything. And I was just like, oh, bless.
Yeah.
I just fully took advantage. I just was like, yes.
I would do that for you. Nobody else I was going to do that for. Like,
Right.
Really, like,
I'm so glad you helped me out, because otherwise it was a ordeal to buy stuff. Some of the lines, like you'd walk up to like one of the booths and it was like really unclear, and it's like, oh, the line is just going this way and around this display and then over there. Loop-de-loop and pull bullshit, okay? You know, like, and then like another thing I disliked, like there were things that looked really cool and I want to try, like the Red Bull Tavern or the mini golf or the arcade.
Oh yeah, the mini golf.
But with so many people there, you either have to like schedule a time or get lucky when you walk up or not want to do the other stuff that you're there to do. I was too busy to do the fun stuff.
So, one thing I love about cons is there's everything to do.
True.
The worst thing about cons is there's everything to do.
Yeah.
So no matter what, unless you are able to do everything,
you spend like 15 minutes and move.
You're going to have some sort of FOMO. You're going to miss something.
I missed a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't do any panels, no side events.
So that's one thing you need to kind of go in expecting is like, there's going to be a bunch of things I'm not going to be able to experience. Unfortunately.
Did you check out any of the art? The panels or
a little. This I bought from an artist. So the mana tokens I bought, wherever that red token went, I probably threw it away because I don't play red.
I went and got the whole. So Wizard of the Bard, they had a whole token box.
Yeah.
That came with like every single token that you need, and I bought it. And
okay.
I'm kicking myself in the arse because they had, I think that one was like 35, and then the foil version was only 45. And Tori's like, why didn't you just do it? It's $2 more.
Yeah, when it's $10, you might as well. I bought these from Jeff Miracola, who's the artist who did all the Beeble cards that Sean the Baked Beeble's collecting. He went and bought a bunch of signatures. I was like, I'm hanging out with you right now anyway. I'll just jump in line with you. There was like 10 minutes left on the show floor on Saturday, and I was like, this is my last 10 minutes at the con, effectively. Because, like, I'm not coming back for Sunday because I have an early flight. So I got in line with Sean to buy something. I wasn't even planning to buy anything, and then I'm waiting in line. I'm like, he has a bunch of tokens? These are all great tokens. Oh! So I started looking at my money. I'm like, just $10. Limit yourself, because you've already spent hundreds today, and you didn't need to. This is day 2, and I told myself I wouldn't spend any. So I ended up buying 5, one of each of the colors. And he goes, do you want any signatures? I'm like, I really need to save money, Jeff. I really need to save money. I love your art, but thank you. And,
I did get these, now that I remember, like, the other tokens. They're tokens, but they don't say anything on it. They kind of just have, like,
cool
I guess,
art.
like a girl, and then, like, the band symbol on it. I put all 3 of them into my Soul Tide deck, because I got the black, the green, and the blue one. And
Good
one's
idea.
like a mermaid, one was like a demon girl, one's like a forest girl, and so I put those as my mana in this deck. So it's bling up, make it look a little nicer.
Yeah.
A little cool.
So yeah, FOMO, crowds. I think that's all I really disliked. I was glad that I went, even though I was overwhelmed with the crowd and I was overwhelmed with the traveling part, but I'm glad I went. It was a great time, even in spite of line wait times, lines capping in the first few minutes of the day. I'm literally talking. Coop and I got to the con hall. We walked up on day 1 at mistakenly, I think right before 9 a.m. because I got the notification, wristband line opens up at 8:30, and I'm like, 8:30, con doesn't open until 10. We gotta move, G! So we start packing our shit up, we're running over there, and it's 8:45, we get there, and the line's moving in, but we were literally all the way around the building near the backside, and we took forever to get in.
I was trying to figure out where, I was like, I wonder where you guys are at, because I'll show you some videos. There's people already because we got there we had to get there, we got into the lobby of our hotel at all of us at 7:15 and got to the convention probably around 7:30, maybe 7:25, and then the first day we went around the back to the side, so I didn't even see the front. Mm-hmm. The second and third day though, we did go from the front. By the time when we were there by 7:30, there was already a line.
Saturday, day 2, we got up a little. I was up. I'm up at my same time every day, so I literally was waking up. I'll admit, I woke up at 4:30 day 1 and 4:30 day 2, or maybe 5 if I pushed it.
You probably could have walked over there and been like, "What the first?"
I should have, but I'm too nice, so I was waiting for Coop. And honestly, I probably should have just held a spot for Coop and been a dick, but I don't do that. So instead, I just waited for Coop to wake up. And day 2, we got there early at 8. like 8:05 maybe,
Mhm.
and we were still a couple hundred feet from the door. But we were so much closer. I'm talking like a quarter of a mile closer than
That's
the
good.
previous day.
Because you were probably like all the way down
And
around the corner.
Yes, so
like,
you know how the
like
Renaissance,
where
it's like
Renaissance was?
Convention
Yeah,
Hall,
yeah.
Renaissance. We were between the two,
Yeah,
like
I
going
figured
back.
that, yeah.
And then like
It
day
was
2, we were near the front.
way back there,
Day 2, they opened the door, and I'm walking fast, weaving. I'm like Assassin's Creed, like Ezio, like pushing off people, like making my way through.
That is the one thing, though, I will say. Like, it was so nice. Like, we just walked in past those thing. Like, we walked in, even the day, like, we had boxes, like, 'cause, you know, we're doing the walk past all those people, walking in, and then we're, like, walking behind them, like, on the grass, and my buddy's like, damn. Oh, it was JJ. He's like, damn, sucks to be them. I was like, you fucking...
Yes, JJ's hilarious. So day 2, right? We get in. Coop and I are some of the first few people in. So as we're walking in, we see all the people, and we're looking down, and it's that massive line, and I'm just like, I'm so glad I'm not one of those idiots as I'm walking. So anyway, karma gets me like a moment later, because then I'm walking up to the line for wristbands, and a woman walks out with a sign and yells, "Line is capped. Wristbands will be fully distributed for meet and greets." And I was like, oh. And I thought that you could only do the meet and greets if you went and got banded.
No. So apparently there's this thing, like, so they capped the line. This is what I found out the hard way, too. They capped the line.
But then you have to go back.
But then they just start an overflow line from there. And then...
I didn't know. And I found out from someone else. I found another YouTuber who I now follow. Ooh, I should have looked it up. I'll look it up real quick, but I'll just tell the story while I'm looking it up. So anyway, I saw from his channel, from his perspective, who called me? I don't know that number. He was saying that the line for the official merch store capped, but he kind of waited around the area because they then, as people filtered through, they're like, oh, we can fit about 50 more people, and they then recap it. And then we can fit some more people, and then recap it. So they just don't want too many people in this area just within the queue. And I was like, oh, so then I probably could have just waited right there and gotten in. So I was kicking myself later when I found out about that.
Yeah.
The YouTube channel that I found out about that from was Titan Ovix Deck Tech. Titan. Let me see if I can even read this.
Throw on the screen.
Titanovix Deck Tech MTG.
Let me see him. Let me see. I wonder if it's the guy that I ran into that was like, oh, hell yeah. I'm glad you got
Blake, Scholar of Magic.
No.
He's one of the many dudes with facial hair that plays Magic. But yeah, this guy, I saw from his channel.
What are you trying to say?
We all 3 of us. Even when I shave every couple of days, and I still always have this. It doesn't matter. It just is always here. So yeah, like another huge problem was the product allocation. Stuff was selling out. Like people were waiting in line for 2 hours at the official merch shop, and they would get to the front and they'd be like, "Michael, I would like to get my Festival of Box that I waited 2 hours for, please." And they're like, "Oh no, we don't have any more of those." But it's Friday, only 2 hours into. It's literally noon. I've waited 2 hours. How can you already be out of those? Well, because we have to save the rest for tomorrow and Sunday in case any of the Black Lotus or Legendary or anyone else that hasn't gotten them yet wants to get them.
I see on their side where
they have to try to spread
it, but that's also on them for not allocating. You already know how many people have reserved tickets for this event,
right?
So you need to know.
Guess a better amount. Like, how many of them do you think are going to buy this product? Allocate more, double the number.
I'm not saying you should buy more than you're going to sell, but you should probably think about. But it's also, you got to think about the printing and how quickly they can get the product printed.
Are you telling me that if they printed less sets each year, they might be able to print enough of each individual set?
What do you mean? The last set was 2 weeks ago, and the next one's in like 3 weeks.
In 2 more weeks, yeah. But wait, have you gotten your bundle for Strixhaven, anybody? No? I still haven't gotten my effing bundle that I pre-ordered, that I was hoping to get before Vegas, the Strixhaven regular bundle. Not even the Codex bundle. The regular, like one of these boxes.
Wait, we still haven't even gotten those?
They're not even... I've not seen the notification. We're still waiting. Wizards, print less sets so you can print the correct amount of stuff for each set on time.
My Codex bundle.
I love this game, but I hate this part of it.
You love the game, you don't like the business side. So,
yes, absolutely.
I am dealing with the same exact thing with WWE, and since they've been bought out by TKO, and it's gone, and now it's like, now there's ads on every little thing, and it's just like you take away the mystique and the the aura of what I'm watching.
You're ruining it to make it a product.
Exactly. And
yeah, it was a product, but now you're making it obvious
yes,
it's a product.
Right.
Whereas
correct.
before it was something we enjoyed.
Right.
Yes.
Now it's becoming idiocracy.
Oh God.
Or
yeah.
there's just ads on everything.
Yeah.
Legitimately ads on your clothes is literally just ads for every.
We all have a branding of some sort.
But there's like there'd be like panels of your shirt was made of
like it looks like a NASCAR jersey,
but it's hundreds and hundreds of ads.
Yeah. God, that's where we're headed to. Like, imagine the cards are gonna have little ads in the bottom corner. Like, it's like, all right, so I'm gonna play my Ancient Tomb. It says tap 2, Ancient Tomb deals 2 damage to you, and don't forget to shop at Burger King for hot fresh Whoppers.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Yeah. Thanks for shopping at Costco. I love you. That movie's so good.
I'm going on the time machine. That's a stupid ride.
How about the other negative? Do we want to talk about the One Ring controversy?
What One Ring controversy? The One Ring is the greatest card of all time, right?
Not
what
even.
Are we talking about?
But what I think we should talk about is how, like, for example, Johnny and I were there live, and we had this all happened in real time. We're at the convention, and they're like, and here's one of the box toppers, and they show the One Ring, and I'm like,
literally everyone was like,
woo! Yeah, it's the One Ring! But then a bunch of people also were like, it looks weird. I was one of them where I'm like, it just looks, to me, it looked like the background and the ring were clearly two separate things, like photoshopped together.
Yep.
And then as I thought about that more, I'm just thinking about it like from that perspective, it just looks like a bad, like they clearly reused the art. I didn't think anything else of it beyond that because I wasn't smart enough to like notice the artist credit or smart enough to notice that like it looked exactly, not mostly like, exactly like a previous printing.
So it was like one of those things that like internally you felt something was off, but you just couldn't put it.
Right.
Like you knew
the uncanny valley.
Yeah.
You know something's wrong, but you don't know what.
Yeah.
And then the next day, Saturday, we're there when the announcement comes out from Wizards with Dan Frazier's statement about what's going on. And I remember being at the hotel with Coop Saturday night, waiting. Oh, and Sean was there too, waiting to get ready to go to LobbyCon. And it was like, yo, do you guys see what's going on with the One Ring? And like, everyone's talking about this. So I've watched at this point, I think 4 or 5 different YouTubers, like, you know, the Magic Historian and Pleasant Kenobi, and probably a couple other that I'm blanking on for some reason. All talking about this, like, reused art and the name that was credited to it and how that person is to blame or not to blame and being scapegoated or is senile and, like, all these different takes. We don't know the truth. All we do know is that the One Ring box topper is a bad Photoshop job that is clearly using
it was like
Natalia.
Like,
oh, I feel bad.
Like
I never know these things when I need them.
It was an image of Smeagol like reaching for like
the one where he's reaching for it. What's her name? I'm just gonna look up the One Ring on Skyfall real quick, because then we can get her name. We can just cut this so we look a little bit smarter.
It did not get cut.
Okay, and now I need to view all prints. Okay, yeah, this one, right, with Smeagol's hand? Yes, it's this one. So, Marta, that's her name. Marta Niel. So, Marta Niel's bundle art for the One Ring was flipped, smudged, and that's it.
And the hand taken away.
Yeah, they literally ripped the ring out. And then if you look at the new background, it's like a marble wavy pattern. There's like some lines, like a map, sort of. I don't like topography map. I'm getting the vibe of. I don't know what they were going for exactly, but I do know that it looks weird because the ring is like a digital asset, and the background looks flat and more traditional. So it just felt like a mismatch. Yeah. And then come to find out the controversy of like, I've heard different things like, oh well, this isn't the version that was submitted to us from Dan Frazier's manager or whatever, and maybe not manager is the right term, representative of some sort, agent, whatever it is. And it just sounds either like maybe Dan Frazier's being scapegoated or we're not getting the full story, and that's all I know. That's all I feel like I can say about it, really.
You know, I was very like it was Saturday, like I think like maybe like not even an hour until I was like opening for everyone else. I was like, hey, did you guys hear what the controversy with the One Ring? I was like, damn, all right, everyone's already on it. That was like the first thing I heard about the whole entire day, and then like it came out with that statement, and I was just like, holy shit.
That came out while we were like eating lunch that day. Yeah, I remember being outside, and it was just like, what the hell? And then just kind of pushed it off, and then we got to the hotel and talked about it.
So,
And then
sorry.
I was just gonna say, to be honest, like a ton of people came out in support of Marta, and I agree. Like we should support the artists, especially because her art was stolen.
Right.
So like a lot of people are pushing right now to like buy that copy of the One Ring, or to like buy her artist proofs, or support her through Patreon or whatever. So that's just the last note I wanted to add.
So, yes, there was a negative of the One Ring itself. One positive I like to hear is the return of the box topper. That's one thing that was... So, when it all broke down, that's one thing I think the One Ring controversy, like, I wasn't
Like
so
a
invested.
positive takeaway?
So invested. I wasn't so invested with that because I was more excited of box toppers back. Like, that's a little... Those
It's
little
good.
things...
It's good and bad.
It's good and bad. It's little things, but it's going to cause the price of product
is gonna go up.
skyrocket.
Because,
Unfortunately,
well, so the One Ring is not a guaranteed box.
It's
topper.
not a
It's one
guaranteed.
of like 20 cards. Yeah.
the Smile one looks awesome.
Like the gold Smile card.
Smile, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I was like, I tried to take a couple pictures, but I couldn't get close enough to get good pictures. But I was close enough to where, like, to my eye,
Yeah.
those cards look cool.
Those
Bilbo.
boxes are going to be...
Yeah.
Yep. Bilbo looks amazing. That card looks
Mhm.
great.
On the roof.
Smaug looks so cool. That gold, like, there'll be about 500 of them, but it's not serialized. That looks cool.
Just the idea that they're bringing back the box toppers is... Now just throw in the little bonus collectors in the pre-cons, please. Give us that little two...
That little
It's
collector
two cards.
sample pack.
It's 2 extra cards.
Yeah.
Like...
Dude, they've taken away the Wumbo size commander, the thick, like, hard copy of it, and then they took away the collector sample. What's next? They're going to take away the physical deck? You're just getting the fucking box and a QR code to go buy it digitally online. For Arena.
That's what we were talking about online.
Digitizing.
Or offline is how I feel like I'm so far behind in Arena because I have the physical cards, but not the digital cards.
And I like both versions, but it's hard to get invested in Arena. It's
hard
not the
to
same
get
as holding it.
It's the gathering of Magic the Gathering is the best part. It's
Hanging out.
We could play on Arena, but we don't get to shit talk to each other's faces.
It's not like
part of it.
If we play Commander, it's more like a Halo LAN party. If we
Yes.
play on our Arena, it's more like we're playing
Halo
like a
Online.
lobby. Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
difference between Halo 2 and Halo 3 for me, a lot of it.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I can agree with that. I can relate to that a lot. So, real quick, I guess, before we move into the previewed cards, we can, because both have mentioned it, LobbyCon was, like, the greatest experience.
Yeah.
Like,
Even though I was there for, like, the one, like, night. I should have went the fucking second night, too.
Yes.
Sunday night. I don't know
Yes,
why I did
we should have been going every night.
it.
yeah,
I guess Friday night was probably there, too. Yeah.
Probably.
Probably.
And, like, honestly, like, in hindsight, it's kind of silly because we didn't know to go into the ballroom area first. So we just walked in and just grabbed a table right up front because we were waiting for you anyway by the door. And we just played a game while we were waiting for you. And, like, Mark Rosewater walked by. Melissa Del Toro was there.
Nice.
There was a ton of other content creators that I haven't already listed, but like Dylan and Cam walked by, and then later on I was standing close enough to where I was like, "Oh, hey, Dylan," and he just looked at me, smiled, nodded, walked off.
Yeah.
You know, it was cool. Like we're just there hanging out with them, like at the hotel. I remember we finished up a game, and you pulled up so we could start another game, and we're like, "Are we really starting a game at midnight right now with 6 people?" And I looked at everyone. Are you all prepared to be here until 2 a.m.? If not, step up and leave now. You know, as a joke. And we all just like, no, yeah, we're doing this. And we ended up finishing by 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was like 11 when I got there. So it was
Okay,
like,
yeah.
But
There you
it
go.
was too late. It was too
Again,
late.
it's the mindset of, yeah, you're at a con, but you're also in Las Vegas where there is no off.
Right?
Yeah.
I
There's
felt
no
so
off
awake.
switch.
I was so buzzed.
And then the thing is,
Like-
they purposely have it so you don't know if it's 2 a.m. or if it's 10 a.m.
Yes, everywhere you go. Yeah.
Mhm.
It was really fun. I was really glad we did that.
Especially, it's literally the city that never sleeps.
Exactly. I'm saying nothing turns off.
Yeah.
It's the hour between like the hour right before dawn is the most fun hour in Vegas because you get to see the stragglers like going back to their rooms, and then the early bird, like people
Getting up
are
for
getting
work.
ready for their coffee, and they're ready, or they're hitting the tables first thing in the morning. It's such a beautiful
It is
sight.
so-
Brother, there were
so
people. There are slot machines
Yes.
everywhere, even in
Everywhere.
the gas stations.
Yes.
And people are always on them fuckers.
All day,
Always.
every day.
Like, I'm talking like I got up and I went to get my coffee can from the 7-Eleven, and I look over and there's a guy just ching, ching, ching. I'm just like, brother,
That's the
it's
most
6:30.
That's the most dangerous part about MagicCon being in Vegas.
Yes.
Is because it's like, oh, I'm spending money on gambling, and I'm spending money on Magic, which I'm gambling here and get. Let's see, at least this I get shiny cardboard, so I'm gonna stick with this. But I might hit something. I might get a boat, but this one I will have a boat.
Right? I am so glad I'm not into gambling unless you count booster packs.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of booster packs, the guy in behind me in line, Larry. Shout out Larry, one of the coolest dudes. I even got him on Discord. This guy right here, I don't say his name. Don't say that out loud. But this guy I added, such a cool. Nope, it's such a cool dude. He busts open his 3 collector packs in line. He opens a Silver Scroll Culling Ritual. And then next he opens a Vampiric Tutor in the next pack. So I'm like, alright, so I hope my packs aren't from the same box as his, because I'm going to open shit.
Yeah.
Sure enough, I opened garbage. Dismember Foil was my best card at like $6.
Well,
Like, jeez, so talk about a drop off.
Spent all that to go to MagicCon. And
Spent 12.
And all I got was these lousy cards.
All I got were these lousy comments and uncommons. Oh man,
I'm gonna make that shirt for next MagicCon.
we're
I
wearing
spent
that.
all this money for MagicCon, and all I got was these lousy uncommons and uncommons.
And I want a name tag. Ask me about my podcast.
Dude.
So we talked about the Hobbit preview cards. I know we're kind of jumping around, but that's just Vegas. But
Yeah.
that's just our ADHD running this podcast.
Yeah, pretty
Vegas,
much.
baby.
Did you see the Marvel cards that were previewed?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw some of
Did
them.
you guys see the
Vision.
Yes. And did you see the souls
The-
or the Mind Stone? I
Mind
mean?
Stone,
yes.
And did you see the Thanos
I-
gauntlet display in my video?
Did you see freaking there was the man himself doing it? He was the one.
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany was
showed up.
Paul
on-
Bettany was there, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't know until about an hour later. I'm like, wait, he's here? So I was looking, I couldn't find him.
When I was asking you about exhibits, that's in my mind. That's what I was kind of leaning towards, like stuff like that. Like
I did
Just-
I did a couple of the side
things like-
panels and events, but I didn't go to see like any of the celebrities or like the famous people within
there,
Magic were
a
not.
lot of like exhibit type stuff, like more like that,
Yes.
that gauntlet with the one ring.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
there's
I
like-
walked
yeah.
through. They had
Or
a
Iron Man.
sorry, the gauntlet with the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I mixed those properties up. I'm ashamed.
It's okay.
I am
They
ashamed.
had with the gauntlet, by the way, it was spinning around, and they had 2 cards turned around, so you could see the front of the Soul Stone in 2 different printings.
Yeah.
Yes, I did
They had
see
a bunch of other cards around there, so I was just like, "Is that the other stones? They already have those fuckers printed."
But yeah, so they
Each
had
shot,
the
yeah.
first they had the one that's already revealed, right? And then once they finally revealed the Mind Stone, then I don't know if you noticed, it was once they put it back on display, the Mind Stone was revealed.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah, I
with
saw.
the
I
Mind
watched.
Stone
I went and
the Soul
watched it.
Stone.
Yeah, come around. Oh,
So
so it was
now-
the Mind Stone and the Soul
That's
Stone.
just- But then the other 3 were still, or the other however many there
Four-
are,
four
We're all
are still
back out.
Back out,
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw.
And did I notice like they're missing gems in the
Yes.
the gauntlet
There was
itself?
just the
Just
two.
The two,
Just the
that's
two,
what I
like, just
saw.
one right here and then the one right here.
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
that part I'd be geeking out on that part.
Yeah.
Just like,
Mm.
oh, he's got 2 of the stones. He's got the soul and the mind. Oh, what can he
Yeah.
do now?
Right.
And like now, like, and there was like at that station where that was at, there was like that Iron Man like suit.
Oh,
which was really
okay,
cool.
yeah.
And then they had like on
I
the
think it was a Mark IV.
like the
The Mark IV,
yeah, the Mark
Mark
IV, yeah.
IV.
Yeah, I
And
think.
they had like the
I
Power
could be
9.
wrong, but we were Coop and I were looking. He goes, "Is that Mark III?" And I'm like, "I think 4," because it was the shoulder was pretty big.
Yeah,
Um,
but it was
so
pretty cool.
that was cool. They also had a little Strixhaven area where there was like a bookshelf and a fountain, and then like an area for each of the colleges. And if
Okay.
you went behind that, you could like answer questions like we were talking about earlier.
Mm.
There was a cat calm corner, so you could go and like scan the QR code to go and sign up for a time to go and cuddle with some kitties and play with them and stuff.
Oh,
It was pretty cool, but I
that's
didn't do it because I was too busy with other stuff. There was even a family play area, so if you showed up with your kids, you could play there in that specific area.
Okay, that's cool.
there
That
were-
makes it like more family. Like,
Yeah, to try to bring your
relate
kids.
to it.
There was a tavern that was a Red Bull tavern. Like, that was cool, but I didn't end up doing that because I just went to the other. I got like an elote dog from the food truck.
That
Next
sounds
day
good.
for lunch, I just got chicken tendies from the con. I admit it was a terrible decision, but I did it. It was quick. I just did that. But then like there was some other stuff like to see and do. There was like a whole other hall with panels going on that I just did not have the time to do.
See, like I like the idea of panels,
Yeah.
but I think we were talking either earlier off screen, like the FOMO part is like if you spend an hour at a panel, just say an hour plus another hour before and 45 minutes beforehand waiting and then
Yep.
time after, that's close to 3 hours of the con that you're
Could have
either
been buying
doing
cards
this
or playing games.
or playing games or,
Or
doing
watching
something.
a thing. I watched a couple things. Like I watched Pack It Up for a little bit. I watched the reveal for the cards. I watched a lot of cool stuff. Then at the very end, I caught the very end where they started showing reality fracture stuff.
Oh, yes.
And the reality fracture set is going to be Hexhaven. It's going to be an
Strixhaven.
alternate reality version of Strixhaven.
So in 1 year, we're going to Strixhaven twice.
But this is the other 5 color pairs.
These are the other 5
Yeah,
colors that
right.
everyone
Because
wants.
we have the
Yeah.
enemy color pairs in
And
this
now
set.
it's the
Now it's the
friendly
allied.
ally.
Yes, the
Yeah.
allied color pairs, yeah.
And what's cool about like the reality fracture is like, so like Jace like wanted to,
They're different colors, right?
well, like think about like Jace like literally like warped, like he created his own like universe and his own. So like there's I'm blanking on his name, like Liliana, she's in our universe,
Right.
you know, she's black mage, but in his like she'll be white.
And his
And
alternate
then, like,
reality.
And Chandra's an ice mage, and she's
since-
blue.
Yeah, she's blue.
Yeah.
Johnny's I think
I think he was red.
I think he's red or something like that. Like all different, but and what they said too is that they're gonna come like each one of those guys that are like have an alternate like version of themselves are gonna come with like a regular version of themselves, so people can tell the difference
Mm-hmm.
of
Oh, okay.
who is who and who like why.
Is
It's,
it
like,
is it going to be a flip? Like
No, I think
like
it's
the
gonna be two
Spider-Man?
separate
I think
cards.
they're separate.
Or separate
Two
cards?
separate cards,
Okay.
yeah. So like they're gonna have a property of like probably like for example like Liliana's probably gonna still have like a black card
Mhm.
in that set, but then she's also gonna be a white card in that set.
And
And there's going to be callbacks, a
Yeah.
lot of callbacks
Mhm.
with like color shifted cards. Like instead of Snapcaster Mage, is like Stingcaster Mage.
Yeah, it does the
Yeah.
same, almost the same thing, but now it's a red card.
Mhm.
So then, when you break it down, so 2 of the 3 sets are Strixhaven Ascension, and then
It is a little bit weird how Lorwyn Eclipse had all the Strixhaven characters that like warped in for a set for whatever the story was, I forget. And now we're in Strixhaven where they're the focus, and then we're going to be in Hexhaven later. It is a little weird.
So
That's-
I kind of caught on to it. There's one person, and they kind of mentioned it, so I was listening through the thing. There's one person that has been in all of those sets that is a spy for Jace.
Okay.
There's reason and why, and they like kind of showed her card a little bit, but they didn't show her card. They showed her art, and they're like, we're gonna wait to show her card because like she, I think not that she's like the other big bad in the set, but she's pretty important. Tamio or whatever the
So-
Tamio or
Tamio is technically dead.
not the
Her consciousness is in a journal right now.
not Tamio, but
Tam?
Tam.
I thought that's who you were going to say
Mm,
because of her personality, and she's
Yeah.
also the other blue character.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to sing Tamio.
Yeah,
Tam.
Tamio
Tamio
is, as far as I know, she's dead, and
She's
her
dead.
consciousness
Yeah,
is in her journal.
Yeah. Everyone-
But Tam, yeah, actually, I threw her in my sadistic deck. I like that character, so
Mhm.
that's interesting. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
So there was a lot. I didn't see too much from the Marvel set of that hasn't been kind of spoiled already, other than like
Saw a few
the
cards.
Vision.
Mhm.
the one that
um,
Vision cards look pretty cool. Yeah.
Other than that, it didn't give me any more excitement for the set, even though I am a Marvel fan. We'll see when more stuff comes out.
definitely
We'll
see,
see
yeah.
when more spoilers come out in the next week or two.
With how much money I spent at Magic on Vegas, I already know I'm skipping this set,
Yeah,
but I
definitely
will.
skipping
But
that.
here's the problem: is we're content creators now, so that means that we still have to make videos about it,
Yeah,
or we
but-
just won't get views. We already barely got views for our Strixhaven video,
Mhm.
which is funny because like all the
That's
other
the one-
videos we've done,
This is the one we all did work for. Like,
wait, yeah.
yeah.
We all
Yeah.
did work for that one, and it was topical, and it just got nowhere. But then our other videos where it was like our top 5 sets, or it was like that other one that really got 100 something views, like our introduction video.
Mhm.
It's like when we're just talking and shooting the shit about stuff, it does a little better. So I think we probably could be a topical podcast, but we are gonna have to have a heavy casual slant where we also talk about just whatever everyone else isn't already talking
Right.
about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I think that another problem we have to consider is we're like what number 782 on the list of podcasts for Magic the Gathering.
Was that
Or-
high?
Was that high? That's pretty
Yes.
high, yeah.
So you've heard of us?
Yeah.
So you have heard of me. Yeah, so no, like we are like as far as I know, we are basically a drop in a massive ocean of
Oh yeah.
views.
Well, guess it's time to make some waves.
Stupid. Oh man, that was good. We talked about MagicCon Vegas today. We talked about how Johnny was working as a vendor. I got to be premium badge holder. I didn't talk really about the free swag I got, besides those 3 packs, but we also got the playmat. That was cool.
Bunch of stuff. We'll throw in pictures there. Bam. Picture here.
I
This up.
bought cool deck
got
boxes,
this.
bought cards.
Whoa, that's so
Hey,
cool.
look at this picture right here that we're gonna put
Whoa,
in.
and cover from space.
But one thing I will say real quick before we get closer, and it's something that we probably all complain about. Like when they did the reveals for all 3 of those sets, they're like, "Oh, and this one, get ready to pre-order it then." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." And it's like, "Oh, get ready to pre-release then." I'm like, "Okay, that's only a month
6
apart."
weeks later. Yeah.
No, a month.
It's
apart.
a month.
No,
It's a month.
I don't know. They're literally
A month?
all a month apart.
It's July, August, and then I think there's
No,
a gap.
June-
Isn't it
Yeah,
October?
so June is
Yeah,
So-
Marvel's in June.
So Marvel's in June, so I would guess that
It's like
pre-order or the pre-release is going to be what in May. So this month probably. So
Is it
it'll
really?
it'll be like I think the first week in June because I think it's like the 14th or something like that.
Is it really?
Is
it's pretty close.
Yeah,
And
Marvel
then,
is like
and then
mid.
right after that is the Hobbit.
Hobbit.
The Hobbit. You have to pre-order that in August.
Because that's for August. Yeah.
The pre-release was August, and then what was the other one for Reality Fracture?
June
That one-
26th.
Yeah.
is
So
Marvel.
June 26th, so that means that 7 days before that's pre-release, if that's the release
So
date.
the 19th.
So the 19th, and then August 14th, so a week before the August 7th. So that is only about 5 weeks.
6 weeks. Yeah.
About 5 weeks. And then, yeah, it's October is the next one, Reality Fracture.
Which is
And
another
then
5 weeks.
only a month, you could say technically 6 weeks later, because it's towards the end of the month, maybe 5 weeks later still. I think they're doing about 5 to 6 weeks each time.
Yeah.
But still, it feels so close that we have to have fucking Star Trek in November.
If it was spaced evenly, it would be 7.5 weeks per set.
If it was spaced evenly.
If they were spaced evenly.
I felt like when they were
That's too
releasing
soon. That's
when
way
they were
too
releasing, especially in that panel reveal, they were like, "Oh, and this comes out," and to me, it looked like it was month to month to month.
Well, because pre-order is going to be 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
It's a
4
little bit
weeks.
out. It's like
Yeah.
a month out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy
So depending
shit.
on, so basically, once an LGS gets allocation numbers from their distributor, then
Yeah.
they are able to start posting pre-orders.
Yes.
There are some stores that like to post them ahead of time, and some fools even used to do we're going to pre-sell singles. And because they're like, well, we know we're going to open all these boxes and we're going to try to sell some of these singles, but it's not really profitable for shops to do that anymore. So
And then how are you guaranteed that you're going to pull those singles?
They just were rolling the dice. Well, if we open 10 boxes, we're going to get these 10 mythics. Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
good luck.
Yeah.
I would never pre-sell singles, but pre-selling, in general, I understand that an LGS has to know how much of my shit am I actually going to sell.
Mm.
And, maybe if the pre-orders are not very good, they go reach back out to distro and they go, I need a smaller order. And the distro's like, ooh, I'm sitting on more of this shit. And then it ends up at Costco for $9 for 6 packs. Spider-Man.
Oh, it's for Spider-Man. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Spider-Man. We were joking. That was a running joke at the con. Oh, they're giving away packs? Yeah. Imagine though it's Spider-Man. Oh. Or someone else is just like, oh, what do you get for winning the Sealed League? Oh, they're giving away a ton of free packs. Is it Spider-Man and Aether Drift?
I was going to say Spider-Man is the 2026 Aether Drift, but they're both in 2025.
They're both 2025. They were just 2025 was a particularly stinky year.
Ooh.
It had a couple good sets, but also had a couple stinkers.
Yeah.
The hits with Magic, the hits hit and the shits shit.
Yeah.
And that's where we wrap it. So I believe that's it. So I've been Fern, better known as Hydrozoa.
I'm Tsunami, always known as Tsunami.
And I'm Johnny, aka Johnny 5.
And thanks for watching, listening, subscribing, liking to Keyword Soup. We're a casual Magic the Gathering podcast. We talk about all kinds of stuff related to Magic the Gathering. That should probably go at the beginning too, huh? I should start saying that more.
Like and share!
Keyword Soup with Hydrozonic. God damn.